Thank you for being here. Very proud of being part of NOAH again. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about my company Parlamind once the presentation is ready. Sure. Okay, here we go. So, who is Parlamind? Parlamind is predominantly its founders. There's three of us. There's myself. I've been a tech entrepreneur for 10 years now, raised over 10 million in the past for my previous companies and for Parlamind combined. Also scaled a business here in Germany from zero, from my living room, to a 100 employee company with double-digit million revenues. Still invested in that company, and I've partnered up with Tina, who has a very strong background in natural language processing and machine learning from her 10 years in research at the German Center for Research in Artificial Intelligence here in Berlin, and also in the Saarland at the University of Saarland, and also Tobias, who has a very strong background in building enterprise software. We're now rounding off the founding team or the management team with a very strong product-driven person, so that also we ourselves can drive our customer experience. And that, plus our 15 employees, what unites us as a group is a very strong belief. We very strongly believe that every company on this planet wants to deliver a great customer experience. But at some point, they just start to see that as they scale, it becomes harder and harder to really be very personal, be very direct, be very fast and very responsive to their customers is absolutely becoming impossible. And even great leaders in that space like Zappos and Amazon, who have invested billions into their product and into their customer experience, they also have thousands of customer service representatives on hold at any time of day to deliver that great experience. For most startups, for most small and medium-sized enterprises, this is absolutely impossible. The cost of that, plus the scaling aspect and managing the growth, is super hard. And we believe that with artificial intelligence and with technology, we can mitigate that problem and solve those scalability issues and take the cost largely off the table by building the first artificial intelligent team member for customer service that plugs right into the same tools as the human staff, that is a conversational AI, so that any written language, and in the future also spoken language, that comes into the inbox is read, understood, and then possibly also answered by our artificial intelligence. We believe, and from experience with over 70 customers, I can already tell you that about 60% of what is in a customer service inbox is repeatable stuff, is routine stuff. Not very valuable communication, but just firefighting and mitigating problems that you had in your customer experience. So this is what we want to take off the human team members' plates and instead allow them to focus on one thing only, namely customer happiness, making the customers that they still touch, that have either a very serious and very complicated problem, or that are just asking for advice, that just want to know which product to buy and where to buy it best and how to buy it best, to really make them happy and have that as their only goal in the organization. So what differentiates us from most other companies in that space, and I'm pretty sure everybody in AI is going to tell you the same story. Of course, it's a conversational system. Of course, it's going to automate a lot of stuff. But the one thing that really distinguishes us, and where I'm really proud that we achieved that, is that after 3 minutes sign up, you get results on the first day. Actually, you can automate the first tasks on the first day. You don't really need to screen a lot of different technology providers. You don't need to have consultants telling you about machine learning or anything. You can try it out. It's super simple, it's super easy, everybody can do it, and on the first day you see if Parlamind works for you or it doesn't. And then after that initial experience, we're going to tell you what Parlamind is going to cost for you. Of course, we have standard packages for small and medium-sized companies. For larger accounts, more than 10,000 emails a month, we actually make an individual pricing based on volume and based on the cost savings that we can provide and on the scalability that we can provide. And we're then training your Parlamind to make it fully productive, to reach the maximum amount possible of automation within 3 to 6 business days. And that is absolutely unique. Never heard of that before, and it's actually an absolute miracle that this works. Of course, that miracle is based on technology. As I said, we have a very strong background from the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence Research, also from Fraunhofer and other research facilities. It's a very tech-heavy team as well. And our approach is very pragmatic when it comes to technology. We don't solve everything with neural networks. We don't solve everything with NLP. Instead, we have a very clever approach of combining all those technologies to build a system that is super quick, super scalable, and super fast to deliver measurable results. At the moment, that's probably the most interesting part. We handle 160,000 incoming messages and outgoing messages, conversations for our customers that we read, that we analyze, and that we, part of that, also provide answers to. The market that we are facing is a huge one. In the US and in Germany alone, the spend for contact centers, in-house and outsourced, is over 70 billion. And we think we can totally disrupt that, because why would you need a nearshore call center in Poland, Ukraine, and Turkey as a German company if you can have technology doing the same job at a fraction of the price, at a much higher time to resolution, at 24/7 availability without extra cost. So we believe that that is something that we're going to disrupt in the very near future. And at the same time, we also believe that we can make the market for artificial intelligence products bigger by not only focusing on the large accounts in the traditional sectors that are very contact center heavy, like telco, insurance, or utility, but also delivering this plug-and-play product of ours to small and medium-sized companies, predominantly digital companies that are already using Zendesk, that are growing very fast, that have exactly that pain of scaling and cost, and that we can actually enlarge the market for artificial intelligence solutions significantly by doing that and creating actually our very own market segment for us that we can dominate. So here's what we've achieved with only 2 half persons. So we have already an atomic sales team. Otherwise, the team is very tech heavy, but these 2 people are 2 part-timers. One is a sales development representative scoring prospects, and the other one is doing the inside sales, and we've already closed over 70 pilot customers. That's just an excerpt, some of the very exciting customers that we have. And we're also having a full pipeline. Yeah, we see a lot of interest in that solution, and we're now in the second half of the year. We're going to convert those pilot customers also to paying customers. To do that and to also fuel our growth within the next 3 years, we want to raise 3 million. So if you're interested, if that's something you want to look into, please talk to me. I'm going to be here until the rest of the day, and I'm very happy to answer your questions. Thank you.